Like a lot of children, my brothers and I all took piano lessons, and we had a baby grand piano in our house. It never occurred to me as a youngster we enjoyed a luxury less fortunate families did not. Kara Vaninger shows us how a local musician, a piano teacher, and a piano rehabber bring the residents of acoustic pianos into the homes of families who could not otherwise afford them.
All over our city, children are making music on pianos that were at one time forgotten, neglected, or destined for the trash. With passion, vigilance, and experience, these instruments are being rescued, revived, and repurposed.
Every time we save a piano from a junkyard, every time we grab that 600-pound beast, we're taking 600 pounds out of the junkyard, bringing it into our shop, breathing life back into it, and putting it back out so it can be a functional part of a family again.
Jackson Pianos has been saving these beautiful beasts from a silent fate for over a decade. But with the rise in popularity of electronic instruments, more and more acoustic pianos are being discarded. Tom Townsend, a musician himself, saw this as an opportunity and enlisted the help of Joe Jackson and Pat Eastman, who has been teaching piano for almost 40 years. Together, they formed Pianos for People, one of this year's Grow St. Louis winners.
We've got great, usable, workable instruments that have inspired people for centuries sitting around, and we've got families with children who can't afford and never would even think they could afford a piano. They wouldn't dream of that.
I had just read an article in the New York Times about a landfill that was filled with pianos. I had had that article in my head. I had emailed it to everybody I knew, and then Tom calls me and says, let's give away pianos. I'm thinking, okay, we have to do this.
I immediately was on board. I mean, as soon as he got like the 56th word out, I was sold. There was a trifecta with the three of us. Pat understood how lessons should go, and Tom understood how to get people to understand what our cause was. And I know how to make the pianos do exactly what they're supposed to do, and I can get them from point A to point B. With Pianos for People, the three of us use our skills to help out people who, at the moment, cannot help themselves in this particular arena.
Once the team was formed, it was time to start connecting people with the instruments so lovingly revived at Jackson Pianos.
I'm playing in a band at Seamus McDaniels. During one of the breaks, these two little kids came up and started banging on the piano. And their mom came over and apologized profusely. I'm sorry, I hope he's not hurting your stuff or whatever. And I said, no, does he do this a lot? And she said, oh yeah, he and his sister, whenever there's a band playing, always run over to the piano. And I right then said, would they like a piano?
The next thing I knew, we were taking pianos to people's homes and delivering joy.
We filmed the delivery of the piano to her house, and once you see what you have done, then you're motivated to keep doing it.
Seeing the piano come in and seeing it get its new life is very exciting for me, but then when the recipients get filmed as they get their new pianos, it's really fun for me to say, oh, that person got the Wurlitzer, or they got the Kimball, or whatever. So it's nice for me to see where they've gone because we've worked on them and kind of think about the family that's going to get them. We're going to lubricate everything, tighten all the screws, make sure all the flanges are working properly. Some of these pianos have been pretty neglected over the years, and that's why they come to Pianos for People, so we try to get them, in pretty good working order, so somebody can really enjoy it for years to come.
Rachel Grady is one of the newest piano recipients. Her daughter has been playing since she was 4. Once the piano entered the house, the atmosphere instantly changed.
This is awesome.
The keyboard opened up, it looks like a smile, and it just says, come play me.
Shortened version.
Wow.
Just wanted you to hear what it sounded like. There you go. Glad to help.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Amazing. This is a great opportunity for my family and I.
Hugs, hugs, hugs. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You've created stories here. You know, you've created a whole new world for us. You know, to have a piano, you know, generations, my grandchildren be able to play, you know, 2 and 3 years old, playing the piano because of some people who decided to give of themselves, their heart.
No keyboard, no electric instrument or television or radio can simulate how a piano moves the air in a room. If you look at the size of these things, it's a gigantic sounding board. It's a gigantic tree that, through technology, we figured out how to make it sing. And to give kids the ability to be able to just push down with 38 or 54 grams of pressure and to fill a room with just a touch from their finger. I mean, it's amazing.
If nothing else is going on TVs, everything is just shut down, and you're listening to her play her music, it is so calming and relaxing. And I'm like, can you play that again for me?
I knew like I would get a piano, but not like this piano, so that was like, wow. I felt really happy and excited inside. I can use the pedal when I needed it, and I can just use different tones on it, so like I can practice really different on it.
You have this huge sense of ownership when you're playing something on the piano because you're playing all of it. You're playing all the notes. It's totally yours. Learning about the artistic and the communicative, emotional side of life and what it takes to get there, and what it takes to be good at something, and having the appreciation of mentors.
Mentorship is the next step for Pianos for People, as they plan to begin offering free piano lessons in their Cherokee Street storefront. Also in the works is Pianos for People Pro.
Pianos for People Pro is about recognizing a different segment, and that's the segment of serious and accomplished or becoming accomplished pianists who don't have the money to buy a grand piano.
By providing encouragement and financial aid towards a grand piano, the goal is to enable young people to pursue music as a career. From first pianos to grand pianos, Pianos for People delivers opportunity and joy to homes and families all over St. Louis.
I think it's amazing for someone to sacrifice the way they do, getting a team together to move the piano, the donations of the piano. I mean, that's such an expensive and an extravagant gift.
I really appreciate it. It's very, very wonderful to receive such a gift like that. It's a blessing, and I thank Pianos for People for giving it to us.
When someone walks in the room and they sit down into a piano and actually can play it, everybody in the room gets sucked into it. It's not like, you know, it's not like someone who has the ability to find something interesting on the television. If someone can play the piano, it's one of those things that it stops conversations in the room. Everybody notices the piano being played, especially since in so many homes the piano just sits there and it never gets played. So quite often the piano it's a chifforobe with the ability to play music that, you know, it never really gets a chance to do. My name is Joe Jackson. I'm owner and proprietor of Jackson Pianos. I've had Jackson Pianos for the last 15 years. Pianos for People is a non-for-profit that would put pianos into people's homes, but we never had the ability to pull together intricate facets of that idea. We could get pianos ready, we could make a piano do everything it's supposed to do, we could deliver a piano, we could pick up a piano, but we didn't know how to find people to give the pianos to. It's harder than you'd think, finding people who are willing to make a commitment to something like the piano.
I think it's a really great endeavor. I'm really excited about it because there are so many people that I've seen that have had potential or the interest in pianos, have never been able to afford one or actually even have a chance to have someone teach them how to play one.
Pianos for People was brought to me by Tom Townsend, and when Tom came into my shop and asked me if I would like to be part of it, it was like we were speaking the same, language, like we've been talking about it for 1,000 years. I'm really excited about it. Finally get to put these skills of working on pianos to better use and give some people an opportunity to have an instrument they would never be able to normally have.
I tend to love old pianos because I always think that they're so grand and that they deserve to be respected and saved if they can. So that's part of what we do here. So it's Pianos for People is perfect for a company like ours because we always try to save every piano that we can.
On Monday we're going to be delivering a piano to a woman who lives in Dogtown. She's our first run with the piano delivery. We picked out a nice little Jansen console. We're going to be delivering it first thing in the morning and taking it there and getting it positioned in her home. We spent the last week getting it prepped up, doing all the kind of stuff that needs to be done to a piano so it could be reliably played and hold its tune. We're really excited to be part of this, and I'm ready to deliver a lot of pianos to people who need them.
Hi, my name is Elaine Sashio. We're getting the piano donated. It started from a benefit that we were at, and my son kept running up and trying to play the piano. And when they went on a break, the guy was like, "Come on, you can play it, it's fine." And then a couple weeks later, he came in and found me and said he wanted to donate a piano, and I just got really excited and was like, right on. Really excited. They're twins, 5-year-old twins. They're born on Valentine's Day. So they're my sweethearts. Dominic had a kind of a difficult birth. He was in the hospital for 2 months and had stomach surgery at 2 months. And they didn't think he was going to make it, actually. So it's kind of a miracle, and I think this is a gift for him.
And we'll send someone out in a couple weeks to get it tuned up for you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Great, thanks.
I can't wait to see the reaction when they get home from school. They're going to be so excited, and can't wait to hear them play it.
Piano's here. And the piano? You want to go look at it?
Oh, there.
Yeah.
What's this?
I know, I want to take piano lessons now.
my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Wait for it. Here it comes. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.